as that sails over the end line. On first down, Urban. And his first pass is incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Browns defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, Urban. Over the middle and held in by Osborne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will start this drive with Ford, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. But just 4 yards on the pickup, and that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on the first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. The Browns at 9-3 here on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Watson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw on 2nd down, Urban. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
You know I'm a defender, So what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping.
Right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Urban. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor. Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 64 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. Are back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Urban. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Urban. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Throwing on first down. Urban finds his man, and I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 59 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the red zone now, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Throwing to start the drive. Urban. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Urban. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Urban. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On first down, Urban. That'll be caught. Rager with it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Urban. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw again. Pass caught here by Osborne. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is caught. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Looking to throw on second down. Urban eluding the pressure. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on it man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete to Addison on the out route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Minnesota.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Watson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
24! 59!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for first and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. Down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
They'll try to run for it with Dalvin. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, a run with Dalvin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half.